Hi, this is Buckeye Gordon, and I just want to speak a little bit about grief, um, losing a loved one, um, divorce, um, things of that nature. Let me preface that by saying I'm not a grief counselor. I'm not a psychiatrist. I am just a person who has experienced heartache and grief in my life. I lost my mom, my dad, two sisters, three brothers, uh, nieces and nephews. The list goes on and on. But what I want to talk about is some things you can do to help. Um, you know, it's very painful when someone that you love dies. Grief is your own emotional response to a loss. It's normal to feel sadness, regret, anger, and other feelings that you might feel like the pain will never end. And grief can come and go for months and even years and even a lifetime. I know a couple, they're in their 80s. They lost a baby to sudden infant death syndrome. And mind you now, they're in their 80s and they talk about it like it just happened yesterday. There are some things that you can do though to help to cope with it. Your way of coping with grief is unique. Uh, think about how you have coped with difficult situations in the past and try similar things now. Here are some things that you can possibly try. Um, let your feelings out. Grief hurts, but it's natural and healthy to grieve. Let yourself experience your feelings such as shock, sadness, um, anger, loneliness. Don't judge yourself for any feelings, even if you think you should not have them. You might feel guilty or feel pressure to get over it. From especially from others. You'll hear, well, move on. When you're suffering from a loss, you just don't move on. You might feel guilty about neglecting uh, your home. Uh, Sometimes you feel guilty just even crying or screaming. What you might want to do is maybe spend some time alone each day to think about your loved ones and release your feelings. This might be especially helpful if it's hard to show your feelings around others. Also, be patient. Let your grief happen at its own pace. Do not judge yourself or compare yourself to others. Everyone grieves differently. Always remember that. Everyone grieves differently. Um, Try to find ways to be creative. Uh, Play music. Creating art can also help you express your feelings. This can be done on your own or with the help of a music therapist or art therapist. Also, write your thoughts and feelings in a journal. Looking back, though, your journal may allow you to see how your grief changes over time. When my mother passed away, I uh, I joined the army about 3 months later, and that helped me. I didn't forget about my mom, but that helped me. I was able to. I was kind of busy with the army and doing things like that. Um, Even now, today, she died in '76. She died August of '76. And when I go past the hospital where she died, I always think about that night. That night she died, and me and my brother was at the hospital. It was 2 o'clock in the morning, and the nurse came in and said, "I don't think Mrs. Myers is going to make it through the night." And the saddest thing I had to do was go home and tell my dad. So remember, there are other people that's grieving. Don't rush it. Just do what you have to do to make yourself feel better. It's a long, long, hard process, and I hope you can find some peace in your heart. I know it's difficult, but I really hope you do. I want to thank you for listening to me. If you would, please comment down here on the bottom, like and share, and subscribe to this video. The best thing we can do is like, even if you don't like the video, like it so that it gets pushed out to other people in the YouTube world. Maybe they can find some peace. You could be helping other people just by doing that. So I want to thank you for listening to me. I'm going to be doing a video on a book that I was telling you about, the elderly couple during the early 80s. Lost her daughter uh, 55, 56 years ago, and to them it happened yesterday. Uh, she wrote a book, the mother wrote a book, Angel on Our Bedpost. And I hope you subscribe because I'm going to start next week reading a chapter each video. And I hope you're here for that. Again, thank you very much and have a wonderful day.